growing up, I was a voracious reader. I did not. By the time I was in high school, I did not know what theater was. I did not. I attended Miami Jackson Senior High School, an inner city high school that didn't really have the resources, that a lot of schools had in terms of arts education. There was a drama program, which I was not a part of. I was not involved in theater. My dream, once I came to the States and grew up and all of that, and was growing up, the dream was to be a reporter. I wanted to be a beat journalist. I wanted to cover the streets. I loved magazines. I loved newspapers. I would clip out, articles, and I would create my own magazines, and then I would write my own sort of like movie reviews of movies that I hadn't even seen, but pretended I had seen them, because I tended, I was young and I tended to really want to see like the racier stuff that I couldn't get into. Anyway, so but I was a great English student, and junior year, my high school English teacher had us read Tennessee Williams' The Glass Menagerie. And I had never read a play. I had never been to theater. I really didn't even know what it was. We had to read the play out loud in class. And I just remember being floored in a sense, because all that was on the page was essentially dialogue. But in my mind, I was able to see the play unfold. I was able to see these characters on the stage communicating, moving about, doing their business, just living the life. I had never experienced that in such a deep way with any other reading that I had done. I went to the teacher and I said, what is this? What is this thing called plays? What is this? And she was like, oh, okay, we need to like get you a reading list. So she started me on this course where, Tennessee Williams, Eugene O'Neill, I mean, every play was like, listed for me. And I just went insane. Then there was a production of The Fantastics by Florida Grand Opera, and we're talking like 1986, that came to our high school as part of the school program. And again, the first play I ever saw, and I was sitting in that stage, and I was again floored and stunned, because now I was seeing what the kind of stuff that I had read on the page. I now saw how it could, be sort of like could be translated and placed on an actual stage, and how what I had imagined wasn't that far off from what I had seen. I was like, oh my God. And I just felt like this thing, this thing speaks to me in a really big way. And and then this thing happened. I mean, it's all serendipitous here. An announcement came over the loudspeaker that there was a playwriting competition created by the Miami-Dade Police Department, and it was a I know it was a crime prevention um, playwriting contest, which had been spearheaded by Bill Schwartz. Bill Schwartz is a local actor in Miami who, at the time, was part of the police department, and the instructions were, go to the drama teacher, who I had not met. So I go to the drama teacher and I said, look, I think I'd like to write this thing. I'd like to write a play. And that was it. I wrote a play, my first play, where I just took everything that I had learned from reading and seeing the Fantastics and my imagination, and I created this play. And I've been doing it ever since. Interesting. And one of my favorite, just general life moments is around, I want to say like 2012, I reconnected with Bill Schwartz in Miami, and I wrote a play for him that was produced at New Theater, and it was called The Property Line, and he was phenomenal. And yeah, yeah. My high school play was actually produced, and stuff, and it just fueled me and gave me the fire that I needed to move forward. Um, the, I, I signed up for drama the following year. I'm sorry I'm going on this high school thing, but this is sort of what led me to where I am. But I signed up for drama, and on the first day, the teacher took me aside and said, "Look, I'm resigning tomorrow, so I don't know that there's going to be a drama department for very long. And I think that you, you show an interest and a capacity to continue doing this if you're interested. I'd like to schedule an audition for you and an interview for a theater arts magnet program that was that was there at the time. That later sort of became what New World School of the Arts is now. And she she set up the audition. There was no playwriting, so I had to learn a monologue and I had to like perform. But based on what I knew and what little resources I had, that was my option, and that set the course, for my studying theater for a couple of years before going back to playwriting, which is what I initially wanted to do.